It's the Shashalee Stadium coming to life on this glorious Saturday afternoon for the Day 3A's SDF Jubilee Series, the fourth in the series with the first event on the track. That's the ladies 400 meters hurdles. Two competitors, Odisha Nanton from GC Foster in 4. In 5, you have Gabriel Matthews from Blade Athletics. The gun has sent them away. Nanton in 4 from GC Foster College and Matthews from Blade Athletics. That's the only two competitors in this event. Nanton is the favorite to take this event from the two competitors. On the backstretch, Nanton using her height and her legs as her advantage, leaving Matthews behind and cruising along. Nanton, no time registered for her this season, but Matthews' time is 56.42 seconds in this series. The first event on the track. You missed the juniors, which happened earlier on this afternoon. We tell you the times of certain events which happened. Nanton of GC Foster carried the two-woman field in the home stretch with about a 6-meter lead over Matthews of Blade Athletics. The final set of hurdles to clear is Nanton of GC Foster College. And she's using her height. Here comes Matthews, though. Matthews is coming back for Nanton. They're going right to the line. And I think, though, Nanton got it over Matthews. It's a blanket finish between the two athletes. 102.03 seconds on the clock. That's the flash time. But it's going to take some time, though, because both athletes went right on the line, Matthews and Nanton. I think Nanton got it ahead of Matthews, though, although Matthews came roaring last 30 meters. 102.03 seconds, the flash time. Hasn't changed just yet. It is close. From my vantage point, which I'm close to the finish line, just behind, or in front, you may say. Still no winner on the board just yet, though, but not the greatest time at all. We had some rain earlier on. The heavens opened not once, not twice, but at least 3 times this afternoon. And still 102.03 seconds. So that's for the women. Nothing yet. Not in terms of the winner. It is that close. In the meantime, events to come up. Women's long jump, women's shot put, men's shot put. And then you have the men's long jump happening in the field. Nanton ahead of Matthews, but no time on the board. And I think, though, that Nanton, but the board had a little bit of problem earlier on. So Matthews actually, 102.07 ahead of Nanton. So Matthews got it on the line, 102.07 seconds. That rush towards the line, about 30 meters out. So Matthews getting the better of Nanton, 102.09 seconds for Nanton. Matthews' time is 102.07. Now it will be time for the men's 400 meters hurdles. Just two competitors I have on my sheet. Demar Murray from Sprintech and Richard Thompson from Cornwall College. Well, the two athletes are on the track. I stated before, though, in terms of what we witnessed on the girls' side, Tina Clayton winning the 100 meters in 11.15 seconds. Was a positive one wind. Legal wind, getting the better of her teammate. Was close, 11.15 to 11.17. Those were the times for the women's 100 meters. That was a hot race on the junior section earlier this afternoon. I'm happy to see the sun out, though it was bleak over the Shashalee Stadium this afternoon for the junior category. And you have to check out YouTube for selected races. Anthony Foss will be editing some of the races, putting them on YouTube, so you'll see them for the junior categories, junior events. But for the seniors, it's straight. Non-stop action this afternoon. With the hold up in start for the 400 meters hurdles, they have to lift the hurdles around the track. Demar Murray comes in as a favorite over the schoolboy Richard Thompson of Cornwall College. Many may say that Murray will be running against the clock more so than a competitor. So hopefully the event will get off the way in about 2 minutes or so. So Cole of Edwin Allen, who ran on the 4x1 team, that world record-breaking 4x1 team, and at the World Under 20 Championships and at the Carifta Games, but the time at the Carifta Games was not ratified by World Athletics because all 4 athletes were not tested after the event. In fact, Tina Clayton was the one who was not tested because she was tested the day before after winning the 100 meters. So the rule states that when a world record is run, you have to test all of the 4 athletes or all athletes involved in that world record. There's a relay, 4 athletes. If an individual event, you test the individual no matter if the athlete was tested the day before. However, that was not done, so the record was not ratified by World Athletics. We go back to the track. Murray in 4 in full black, and Thompson from Cornwall College is in 5. Gunn has sent them away. Thompson of Cornwall College gets out well, gets out fast. Murray on his inside. Not handling that first hurdle well, though, Thompson of Cornwall College. And that second hurdle also. Seemed like he's jumping more so than hurdling. And Thompson now being left behind by Murray on the backstretch. Expected, though, Thompson almost falling over that hurdle after hitting the top. But Demar Murray cruising around with about 170 meters to go. Demar Murray has now about a 10 or 15 meter lead over Thompson of Cornwall College. It was expected that Murray would actually be running against the clock, and that's what's happening in this event. Murray with about a 30 meter lead over Thompson of Cornwall College. Murray all alone. I said 30 meters, called it about 35. Demar Murray now goes across the line, stops the clock at 53.50 seconds. That's the flash time. The official time is 53.53 seconds for Demar Murray in his 400 meters hurdles. Thompson is second from Cornwall College, 57.99 seconds. So that's it for the 400 meters hurdles. Next event on track. And what I have here is the men's 100 meters. Briana Williams is in the house, though. Saw her earlier warming up in field. If you read a track alert, you'd know that she would be here competing. It is said that her coach at Boden is also here in the house. So some confirmation that Atta Boden is in the house by my good friend who doesn't know my name. That's a good thing. So in any case, persons getting to know persons here at the venue. And there's a little hold up because the hurdles have to come off the track. The men and women 400 meters hurdles completed. And Demar Murray winning his section, 53.53 seconds. And before, it was Gabriel Matthews, 102 on the track. So Serena Cole and Tina Clayton went right to the line, though. Serena Cole was leading for most part, and Tina Clayton went right to the line. I thought, from my angle, I thought that Serena Cole had actually won that event. However, I was incorrect because both went on the line, but 11.15 from Tina Clayton, 11.17 from Serena Cole. But I guess I was wrong on that event. We take a break here from the Ashenheim Stadium.
Water. By weight, hydrated flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
is Shelly-Ann Fraser, Olympic and World Champion. For your latest track and field news, log on to trackalerts.com. Trackalerts.com from start to finish.
Water. Why wait? Hydrated flavor with a touch of grape. Give it a taste. Water. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More advertisers are becoming satisfied building their brand online. Trackalerts.com, we know it, from start to finish. Find Track Alerts TV on YouTube or Track Alerts on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Contact us today at info@trackalerts.com.
It's a J3's SDF Jubilee series, the fourth in the series, fourth and final. That's what is said. However, we may have a fifth one just before the national championships, with about 20 days to go before the start of the national senior and junior track and field championships at the National Stadium. Just to tell you, though, we're at the Ashline Stadium at Jamaica College at Old Hope Road. And persons may ask why this venue, though, because the venue at the National Stadium is used by the proprietor school track and field championships. So it was rented out at the National Stadium long in advance, and the 2 days. However, normally when a meet has been held in the morning, you have a senior meet in the evening. But the proprietor school championships is scheduled to end at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. So that would not go down with the J3's SDF Jubilee series. So because of that, they had to shift from the National Stadium and journey up to the Ashline Stadium here on the grounds of Jamaica College. And good track, good facilities, but not the National Stadium. Two different things. We have had the rain so far, interrupting the junior section, but they feel some small drops coming again, hopefully. It does not happen like it happened on the junior side of things. As the women's 100 meters, that's the next event on track. We have three sections, or three heats, and we'll showcase Shan Hyde of Legacy in 2, Brandy Hall unattached in 3, Briana Williams from Nike in 4, you have Kashika Cameron from MVP in 5, Leonie Smith of Vision Athletic in 6, Shaniel Dawson unattached in 7, and Trishana Matthews from MVP is in lane 8. So the women's 100 meters to start off proceedings. After we saw the 400 meters hurdles from the men and women, it's time for the 100. Women first and then the men. 7 heats on the men's side, 3 heats on the women's side. But 3 heats of, should I say, class. Having Briana Williams in Heat 1, along with Kashika Cameron and Leonie Smith. In Heat 2, we'll showcase Christania Williams, Remona Burchell, and Dominique Clark, along with Griselle Scarlett. And Heat 3, Mickey Harriott, also there, Crystal Slowly, Shockoria Wallance, Shashalee Forbes, and Mikhail Moody. Not to forget about Kedisha Dallas. So it's filled with quality, all 3 heats. A person may say it's not Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, but it is quality though. It's not at the level of Mrs. Hera or Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. But it's a high level, high class field, all 3 heats. So the athletes are coming across for the start of the 100 meters. You see Briana Williams there. A shocking color. I don't know what color that is. I can't tell you. So I'm going to keep it safe and just say a shocking color. Because probably if I say a color, person will say, oh, what do you know about? So I'm just going to keep it safe. More persons strolling inside of the venue at Jamaica College. As they get ready for the first heat, athletes are walking across to the start of the 100 meters. Hopefully, because of the overcast conditions, the bleak conditions, feeling just a slight drizzle happening. We're hoping that it doesn't get any heavier. But if it does, though, we have to find cover. But we're hoping that it doesn't get any heavier than what I'm feeling right now. Got the first heat on the cards after the women's 100. It's time for the men. And 7 heats, though. Zano Hughes scheduled to compete in Heat 1 alongside Dexter Lee. Also there. And for Heat 2, Nigel Ellis, Wazim Williams. So in the house for that Heat 2. They have Boaj Nkrumah, though, from Kingston College. He ran in the junior category earlier today. Was beaten into second position by Newby from Kingston College. So I don't know if he's going to run again this afternoon. But time will tell on that, though. He is scheduled to compete in Heat 2 of 7. In Heat 3, you have Kadron Goldson, Michael Stevens from Racers Track Club. Ran his first race of the season about 2 weeks ago. He's back on the track. Has had some injury problems for the last year and a half or 2 years. Even had injury issues while he was attending Calabar High School. Good to see him back on the track, though. He's a special athlete, Michael Stevens. Mazina Barrett is in Heat 4 alongside Kishane Thompson of MVP Track Club. He's from Gava Maceo. Kishane Thompson ran 10.5 seconds at high school. Has improved since then to 10.2. And let's see if he can cut down his time today. Ramon Barneswell also in that heat. He is in Heat 4. In Heat 5, you have Sage Primos of GC Foster College, but Jazeel Murphy from Titans is also there. And Sanjay Salmon from Elite Performance in the mix, though I don't think Sanjay Salmon has gone under 10.4 just as yet his career, but Jazeel Murphy has been improving from last year, has lost some weight, and is still on that trend, taking his sweet time, but he was a special athlete back at there at Bridgeport High representing Jamaica, but he gained some weight after that, after he went to Racers, but he has gone to Titans now, trying to revive his track at the field career. He is in lane 5. Lane 6, Jodean McPherson from GC Foster College, will post down 10.24 seconds. He is, many may say a late bloomer. He has always been around at the junior level, but 10.2 has seen him put his name on the calling lips. And in lane 7, Kamar Bailey Cole from Titans Track Club is in the mix. Also there, he's one of the favorites. He's also trying to revive his career. So is the first heat coming up, the first section. So just a reminder, lane 1 should have been Cheyenne Hyde, but lane 2 actually, Cheyenne Hyde of Legacy Club, has a time of 11.93 seconds. Brandy Hall unattached from Edwin Allen, although it says unattached, 11.50 seconds. Briana Williams, the Olympic relay gold medalist, is in lane 4 from Nike, 11.03 seconds for Briana Williams. Kashika Cameron from MVP has a time of 11.45 seconds. And Leonie Smith of Vision Athletics, 11.81 seconds in 6. Shaniel Dawson unattached in 7. And Trishana Matthews from MVP Track Club is in lane 8. So a lot of eyes will be on lane 4, Briana Williams. Let's see what she can deliver on the day. So she's taking her sweet time to walk back to her blocks, though. So a lot of interest bubbling around once Briana Williams hits the track. 20-year-old. A youngster. Not a youngster anymore, not a junior anymore. Athletes being asked to go into their respective blocks. Hyde, Hall, Williams, Cameron, Smith, Matthews. Athletes on their marks. Light breeze blowing over the Ashenheim Stadium. And the gun has set them away. Brilliant start from Briana Williams on her inside. It looks to be Brandy Hall, but Briana Williams streaking away from the field. Is Briana Williams taking the top spot ahead of Kashika Cameron. 10.89 seconds, 10.91 seconds. We have to look on the wind. 10.91, that's a season best for Briana Williams. We have to look on the wind speed just as yet. No reading on the wind speed, but 10.91 seconds for Briana Williams. But I think, though, it's a heavy breeze. I'm feeling a heavy breeze, though, to be honest. 10.91 seconds for Williams. Cameron is second, 11.22 seconds. And Brandy Hall third, 11.38 seconds. So, positive 3.4. Positive 3.4. As we stated, though, we're standing here. We felt the breeze blowing against us, so we know it was a positive breeze, a positive 3, so that's time won't stand. That time won't stand at all. A positive 3. So, going back, Shine Hyde, 11.44 in fourth for Shine Hyde. So, just to go over the top 3, Williams 10.91. And in fifth, Smith 12.10. And the board is changing fast. So, Cameron 11.22, Hall 11.38 seconds. So, that's the top 3. So maybe she was not happy with that performance. Briana Williams, though, having a word with some persons on the infield. Maybe her mother, and feeling the rain getting a little bit heavy as you get ready for the second heat on the cards. And the 3 heats, though, Shamara Williams from Elite Performance should be in lane 1. Tony and Lindsay from GC Foster College is in 2. Christania Williams unattached in 3, 11.55 seconds. She's back up. Back up. 11.55. In 4, Remona Burchell, Sprint Tech, 11.13 seconds. In 5, you have Dominique Clark from unattached. In 6, you have Grizel Starlet from MVP. And Shaniki Malcolm from MVP is in 7. And Amoy Brown, MVP, is in lane 8. So the heavens has opened somewhat, but the sun is still out, and that's a good thing. So positive 3 wind a short while ago for Briana Williams' time. But now getting ready for the second heat of 3. Women's 100 meters. Williams, Lindsay, Williams, Burchell, Clark, Scarlett, Malcolm and Brown. You have to look in lane 4 for Burchell. Athletes on their marks. In the set position, gun has sent them away. Burchell gets out well. On the inside of Burchell looks to be Williams, but Burchell also going well. But Shamira Williams on the inside. It's Shamira Williams and Burchell. I think that Shamira Williams gets it ahead of Burchell. And 11.07 seconds, that should be a personal best if the wind stays legal. 11.07 seconds for Shamira Williams, 11.11 for Shamira Williams, and in second, Remona Burchell. And let's look, hopefully we can get the wind reading. 11.12 for Remona Burchell in second, and in third, 11.26 for Scarlett. So Williams is fourth, 11.61 seconds. And Shamira Williams takes the top spot, 11.61 for Williams. So it's Scarlett 11.70. But Williams' time 11.11. So Williams and Scarlett is fourth and fifth. But Williams and Burchell, that's first and second, 11.11, 11.12. Clark third, 11.26 seconds. First, second, and third in the penultimate heat in the women's 100 meters. So Remona Burchell was a favorite to take that heat. However, Shamira Williams, competing from lane 1, upset the apple cart a short while ago. Let's see what will happen in section 3 or heat 3. So we get ready for the third heat. Safia Thompson from Legacy Athletics is in lane 1. So McKay Harriet from GC Foster is in 2, having a time of 12.01 seconds. in 3. Crystal Slowly from MVP, having a time of 11.70 seconds. Shockoria Wallance, MVP, who looked impressive last year, has not come on this year, 11.15 seconds. Shashalee Forbes on sprinting, 11.21 seconds. She is in lane 5. In 6, Michael Moody, GC Foster College, the intercollegiate champion, Michael Moody from GC Foster, formerly of UTEC, 11.74 seconds. Kadisha Dallas unattached is in 7, 12.23 seconds. And Janella Spencer from Manchester High is in lane 8. No time for her on the board. You have to look out for Shockoria Wallance in lane 4, Shashalee Forbes in 5. And maybe Crystal Slowly. She has been improving though, Crystal Slowly, since going on to MVP. But in 4, it's Wallace. Athletes on their marks. In the set position, gun has set the way. Crystal Slowly gets up well on the outside of Crystal Slowly. Looks to be Forbes. Shashalee Forbes, but now Shockoria Wallance takes over. Shockoria Wallance sprints away, and Shashalee Forbes, 11.15 seconds for Shockoria Wallance, who looked explosive last year, was improving with every single race. Now she has come up to run 11.16 seconds to take the top spot ahead of Shashalee Forbes. As 11.16 seconds is the official time. Forbes time in second, 11.31 seconds in second. And Wallace and Forbes is there, 11.16, 11.31. And Slowly is third, 11.46 seconds. First, second, and third, positive 2.9, so not a legal time for Shockoria Wallance. So the final comes up a little later. So guess what? Crystal Slowly may go into the final a little later on. Shockoria Wallance is there alongside Shashalee Forbes. Christiana Williams, Remona Burchell, and Shamira Williams looked extremely good, winning Heat 2. She's also in the final, along with Remona Burchell, Williams and Burchell. And in Heat 1, Briana Williams has certainly cemented her spot in that final. Hopefully we'll get the 8 finalists by times in a very short while to give you. So the time of the third heat, Wallace, Forbes, and Slowly, 11.16, 11.31, 11.46, still on the board. We just had 3 heats for the women. Now it's going to be 7 for the men. That's the next event on the track, the men's 100 meters. Briana Williams looked impressive though, to be honest. Taking section 1, a positive 3 wind, however. So some persons thought it was her personal best, or her season's best, not personal. But that was not the case on the cards for this young lady, whose expectations are high. But in her last run at Prefontaine meet, the questions began to ask, is something wrong? Her coach, Atta Bodon, says nothing was wrong. She's going to be fine. So what she showed today, no matter if it's a positive 3, she seems like she's okay. But the final comes up later on. Will be at the same Ashenheim Stadium at Old Hope Road on the grounds of Jamaica College. As we get ready for now the men to take center stage, we told you about the competitors in respective heats earlier. But just looking back though, Shockoria Wallance looked impressive last year. Not a youngster, she's about 27 years old. She took up track at the field while she was attending University of Technology. Did not do any track at the field in high school. So she took up track and field about at 25, 24. So she's new to the sport. She has improved somewhat, and her story is different from most. She saw them training at the grounds of UTEC and decided to try it, and coach said why not, Coach Francis, and she has improved immensely for the past 2 years and her 3rd year of track at the field. However, 11-1 and the explosion, many may say, although she's not necessarily young, but her muscles are still new to the sport. a lot of so say individuals in the stands here. I mean, I may say local celebrities in the house, if you want to call them that. But in terms of sports, they are on the local soil. Miguel Coley, who is now coaches in Qatar, was the coach of Jamaica College for a few years, leaving from Norman Mandy, and won the Manning Cup, the Oliver Shield, the Walker Cup, the Champions Cup. Many years for Jamaica College, the Dark Blues. Became one of the best schoolboy coaches of all time. While he was here, he has moved on. Michael Dyke also in the house from Edwin Allen, who is standing beside some of his athletes from Edwin Allen. Shauna Dwyer standing beside Michael Dyke, who won the 800 meters earlier on the junior side of things. But in the meantime, let's go back to the track for the first of 7 heats. In lane 1, Orlando Houston from Ebony. In 2, you have Darian Scared from Titans Athletics, have 10.79 seconds to his belt. Washington Brown is 3 from GC Foster College. Zonal Hughes should be in 4, but I think that's missing in action. He's not here. And the gun has set no way. You have Lee Dexter Lee from Titans on the inside. Looks to be Brown of GC Foster College. On the inside of Brown is Skirt of Titans. But it's going to be Brown to take it ahead of Skirt of Titans. And Dexter Lee third, 10.44 seconds. This for Brown of GC Foster College ahead of Skirt of Titans. Brown's time is 10.43 seconds. And in second, it should be Skirt of Titans. And in third, you have Dexter Lee. It was close between Skirt and Dexter Lee for second, but 10.43 seconds is the winning time for Brown of GC Foster College. Dexter Lee on the outside claimed second with a time of 10.51 seconds. Skirt was third, 10.55 seconds. Top 3 in section 1 are in heat 1 of the men's 100 meters. Heat 2 coming up. So Dexter Lee finishing fast. World Junior Champion Dexter Lee. 10.57 seconds. So it's 2.2 meters per second. So it's windy here at Jamaica College. And normally it doesn't matter if it's night or day. It tends to be windy in this area, in the Mona area, the St. Andrew area. So Javon White in lane 1. Shamar James of MVP is in 2. White is from Motorcade, had a time of 11.28 seconds. So many persons don't expect much from this young man in this event. Usain Williams of Elite Performance with 10.58 seconds is in lane 3. In 4, Nigel Ellis of MVP is also in the mix. I'm looking on to see if Nigel Ellis is there. All in 4 is missing, as Zanon Hughes was missing a short while ago. Jordan James unattached is in 5. Erico Davis from St. Catherine is in lane 6. And in lane 7, you have Daniel Austin and 8, Buwaja and Krume. Athletes on their marks. Looking to see Nigel Ellis missing in action in this seat. And the gun has sent them away. Good start it is from lane 1. That's White. Also going well. It looks like Williams from Elite Performance. Wasim Williams having the lead and will take the top spot. Wasim Williams ahead of Jordan James. 10.44 seconds for Wasim Williams. And Jordan James finishes second. That's a flash time of 10.44. This is heat 2 of 7 in the men's 100 meters. No winner on the board just yet. But Wasim Williams took the top spot ahead of James in second from my vantage point. Not official just yet, but 10.52 seconds for Ellis. And James is second, 10.59. So that's incorrect. Nigel Ellis was not in the race. So it should be Wasim Williams. So making a mistake though, the board has Ellis at 10.52, but he was not in the race. Lane 4 was empty, where Nigel Ellis was supposed to be. So it was Wasim Williams taking the top spot. So they have made the correction. So they have made the correction. Now Usain Williams 10.52, James 10.59. And in third, Davis 10.87 seconds. Erica Davis of St. Catherine High. So the third heat comes up. We'll say Cole Graham from Racers Track Club is in one. In two, Ryan Weber from Excelsior High. Select lane 2 is missing in action, Weber. In 3 should be Michael Stevens of Racers Track Club. Also Michael Stevens, no sight of him. In 4 you have Kadrian Goldson from GC Foster College. Delana Williams unattached is in 5. You have DeAndre McIntosh unattached is in 6. Darren Pire of GC Foster College in 7. And Kyle Witter unattached is in lane 8. Athletes on their marks. And the gun has sent them away. You have to look on lane 4. Goldson. Goldson going well on the inside. Looks to be Graham. But Goldson holds it and moves away from the field. It's going to be Goldson taking the top spot ahead of Delana Williams. 10.30 seconds. Good to see Delana Williams back on the track. Has gained some weight somewhat. But Goldson 10.34 seconds. But Kadrian Goldson far from his personal best of 10.2. Delana Williams is second. 10.64. And in third, looks to be Graham, I think, got that third position, or third spot. Or 10.34, 10.64. Those are the times for Goldson and Williams, respectively. And Graham's time for third is 10.95 seconds. That's heat 3 of 7. The men's 100 meters. So the heat 4 reads runner right unattached in 1. Don't see him there though, but in lane 2 you have Javoy Tucker from MVP. In 3, Mazino Barrett from UWI Mono. He is in the house as Barrett of UWI Mono, wearing the traditional red from UE. Elaine Thompson from MVP should be in lane 4. In lane 5, you have Davian Clark of Cameron Blazers. In 6, Ramon Barneswell from MVP. In 7, Leah Powell unattached. And in 8, Javal Wright, who is also unattached. So lane 1 and 4 missing in action. Looks to be Wright and Thompson. So 6 should be facing the starter. Mazino Bard of Ewing could be labeled as a favorite alongside Davian Clark of Cameron Blazers. That's lanes 3 and 5 respectively. Athletes on their marks. Heat 4 of 7. 100 meters taking center stage. And the gun has sent them away. Barrett of UWI Mono gets a good slide and gets a good start on the inside of Barrett. Looks to be Tucker, but all coming through now for lane 6 is Barneswell. And looks to be Barneswell in lane 6 to take the top spot. So Barneswell takes it. 10.36 seconds for Barneswell. And coming through to take the top spot was Barneswell. 10.36 seconds. Was close for second though. And no time on the board just yet, though it was very close. Powell finishes in second, 10.45 seconds. Powell was in lane 7, 10.45. And in third is Tucker, 10.47 seconds. And Tucker was in lane 2. So Barneswell taking the top spot in this event, 10.36 seconds. Powell is second at 10.45. The wind reading not on the clock. However, the time will stand in terms of qualification for the final. Don't matter the wind reading though, to be honest. Could be a positive 8. Don't matter. It's about times to qualify for the final. So we're getting ready now for Heat 5 of the men's 100 meters. And Heat 5 you have Paquita Dudley from Eagles Track Club. Should be in 1 though, but I don't see Paquita Dudley. But in 2, I do see Edward Clark of Legacy Athletic at the time of 10.91 seconds. In 3, you have Sage Primus of GC Foster College with a time of 10.66 seconds. He's there. in lane 3 and 4. Jazeel Murphy from Titans. Murphy also there. He looked impressive last year in terms of cutting down his time, but hasn't looked so impressive this year, Bo. Has 10.24 seconds under his belt. You have Sanjay Salmon of Elite Performance in 5, 10.49 seconds. Javon White of GC Foster College in 6. You have Jordan Nicholas from MVP is in lane 7, and in lane 8, Romario Brissett, who is unattached. So no Paquita Dudley in lane 1. So athletes in their respective blocks on their marks. Clark, Primus, Murphy, Salmon, White, Nicholas, and Brissett. Oh, that I can't see. If you're viewing it, I can't see if anyone false started though, but we look on the official. Has been a recall. So let's see what will happen from the officials. I don't see any official walking across though. So Tina Clayton running 11.15, and the person who came second ran 11.17. 11.17. Serena Cole. And the gun has sent them away. And great start it is for Primus of GC Foster College. Also going well is Jazeel Murphy. Jazeel Murphy going towards the line, taking the top spot. 10.26 seconds. Not bad at all from Jazeel Murphy. 10.26 seconds. Got 10.28 is the official time. Salmon is second. 10.40. And White is third. 10.44. So going back to the women's race, Serena Cole jumped twice the long jump, walked from the long jump pit, went to the 100 meters, ran against Tina Clayton. Both went on the line, and 11.15, 11.17. So we're just telling what happened earlier on. So let me not look in the crowd. So the penultimate heat in the men's 100 meters is next up. And Malik Drummond of Wilma's Boys is in lane 1. In 2, you have Waylon Williams unattached. In 2, Rohan Watson unattached is in 3. Dane McPherson, GC Foster College, is in 4. Rashid Foster of Cameron Blazers is in 5. Kareem Small of MVP is in 6. Michael Campbell of MVP is in 7, and Tevin Allen from MVP is in lane 8. So expectations are still not necessarily high for Michael Campbell, but let's see what happens here. Everybody expect him to go back to where he was a few years ago before the car accident. But let's see. Athletes are into their respective blocks on their marks. You have to look on lane 4, Dane McPherson. The penultimate heat of the boys or the men's 100 meters. Gunn has sent them away in lane 4. McPherson was in the dry phase for a short while. On the inside is Watson. So Watson and McPherson on the outside. Looks to be like Michael Campbell. We spoke about him a short while ago. 10.25 seconds for Michael Campbell. We're going right to the wide on the outside, but Watson was there. So Michael Campbell, 10.26 seconds for Michael Campbell. We said that before. It's good to see Michael Campbell back on track. He was looking exceptional a few years ago, met in a car accident, and then he came or derailed somewhat, but he's back on the track. So the penultimate heat. So Campbell. Let's see, look back on the board, though, in terms of the official results. And as he went back on the board left us. Sekemar Bailey Cole is in the house. So he made the final last time out, though. And then he was adjudged to have false started in that final. Although it did look like he did, yeah, by the naked eye. But let's see what he has to offer today. So in lane 1, you have Moore unattached. Jafar Moore. Corey Missick is in lane 2, just making sure that he is. Yes, I do see Missick. In 3, you have Mikish Compton from GC Foster College. He's there. In 4, Kemar Bailey Cole from Titans, 10.37 seconds under his belt. Adaria Phillips from Pelicans is in lane 5. You have Kemar Green from Elite Performance. In 6, Mario Williams from MVP. In 7, and Horace Henry unattached is in lane 8. All eyes will be on lane 4, Kemar Bailey Cole. Made the final last time out at the J3's SDF Jubilee Series. However, did not get a chance to run that 100 meters final after being adjudged to have false started. Although it did look like he did. In the meantime, let's go back on the track for the final heat. Heat 7. Men's 100 meters. Some person in the stands are cheering Kemar Bailey Cole. Gun has set no way. Look, in lane 4, Kemar Bailey Cole on the inside is Compton from GC Foster College. No, Kemar Bailey Cole strides away. Looks good. 10.16 seconds for Kemar Bailey Cole. And the cheers go up. That's a flash time for Kemar Bailey Cole. Bailey Cole is back. 10.18 seconds for Kemar Bailey Cole. Compton is second, 10.46 seconds. And in third, we'll tell you who it is in a very short while. 10.58 seconds. So persons from Eden Allen passing through like Serena Cole. Although when we were commentating, we didn't mention her name that she won the race. But that's okay. So Kemar Bailey Cole, we don't have the win though. So Kemar Bailey Cole just waving to his fans in the stands. As we take a break at the end of the 100 meters preliminaries, we'll be back for more right here at the Ashenheim Stadium.
Water. Why wait, hydrate that flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
Hi, my name is Shelly-Ann Fraser, Olympic and World Champion. For your latest track and field news, log on to trackalerts.com. Trackalerts.com from start to finish.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com from start to finish. Contact us today at info@trackalerts.com or call 876-893-4157.
In the J3's SDF Jubilee Series, the fourth in this series, we see the next event on track in the 400 meters for women. We have two sections, as I explained last Jubilee series, that when we say section, it's just a timed final. When we say heats, the final will be coming up a little later on. So for the first section, we have in lane 2, Samantha Campbell Johnson, pardon me, in lane 2. I'm just looking to see who has made it to the track though. In 5, Anissa Richards is there. In 6, Christine Day is in the house. In 7, you have Khalees Carter. Well, there's an athlete in lane 8 though, but it's not written on the starting list. So we don't have a lane 8. We don't have a lane 8. But we'll give you the name in a very short while though. So 2 persons have come into this event. So I'm looking to see though, I think some changes have been made, because what we have here is a section 2, and we do see Anastasia Leroy. Asha Williams is in 2. In 3, Ronisha McGregor is there. In 4, Tiffany James Rose there. Janelle Bromfield should be in 5, but she's not Janelle Bromfield. In 6, I wonder if they have a mixture of they have actually combined the race, because Christine Day should be in 6, but I don't see Christine Day at all. What we have here, maybe Rochelle Clayton, Yannick McNeil in 7, and Adisha Nanton in lane 8. The gun has sent away. Tiffany James Ross Arrows in lane 4 on the inside is Radisha McGregor, and Rochelle Clayton in lane 6, as we stated before. And Clayton is there, but not to forget about Tiffany James, who settles in 4. On the inside of Tiffany James is Ranisha McGregor, set as well in 3. Rochelle Clayton with about a 5 or 2 meter lead based on the stagger, having a slight advantage with 150 meters to go. So Ranisha McGregor trying to carry the field in the home stretch. James is on her outside, but Ranisha McGregor, she will carry the field with about a half a meter lead over James Rose, within second position. Ranisha McGregor is moving well, with a moving away from James Rose, who's in second. It's Ranisha McGregor, who will take the women's 400 meters, takes a top spot ahead of Rose, James Rose, and in Asha Williams should catch 3rd. Also there. So Ranisha McGregor, 51.89 seconds. James Rose is second, 52.24, and Clayton 3rd, 52.91 seconds. And Williams in 4th, 52.94 seconds. So McNeil is 5th, 53.74 seconds. So look on what I have here. Janelle Bromfield should have been in the race, but she was not in the race. So a little bit of confusion happening there, because we had 2 sections, section 1, section 2. Section 1 had Campbell, Bailey, James, Richards, Christine Day, and Khalees Carter. Christine Day ran in that section. So I'm wondering though, it was 1 section or 2. So that's it. So they merged the heats actually. So just 1 heat, 1 section. Although 2 was on the board, so they merged both heats. So, just be reminded of primary champs last week. And Texara Johnson looked extremely good last week at primary chance, but this is about the seniors and coming through on top. But just an explanation of what happened a while ago. We had 2 heats for the women's 400 meters. They merged both because Christine Day should have been in heat 1. She was placed in heat 2. There was no Janelle Bromfield, so she put her in that heat, and you had just 1 heat for the women's 400 meters. Jodean Stewart earlier on collected $90,000 for winning the women's long jump and going over the mark that was set by the J3s. She registered 6.13 meters to win the women's long jump and went on the podium collecting $90,000. O'Dane Richards also, who threw 19 meters, they call him Fred though, in the men's shot put, also collected his $90,000 on the spot. So just looking back on the 100 meters, the wind was not legal. So for the Briana Williams race, running 10.91 was a positive 3. So she'll be back little later on for the final. So continue to listen or to watch Track Alert, because coming up little later on is the men's 100 meters final and the women's 100 meters final. Scheduled to close off about 7 p.m. Jamaica time, as we see the first of 5 sections in the men's 400 meters should be on the cards. Tajay Parker unattached in 3. Demore Cunningham unattached in 4. You have Justin Chisholm in 5. He's also unattached. And Amal Glasgow unattached in lane 6. That's the next event on the track, the long jump going on the infield. We told you before about Jodean Stewart winning the women's long jump with a distance of 6.13 meters. Elaine Richards throwing over 90 meters in the shot put on the men's side. Briana Williams, seeing her under the Power 8 tent. She looks cold though. She's shivering. I don't think she's cold. She should be used to this cool temperature. So, person say I'm incorrect. Maybe she's not cold, but maybe she is. I don't know, to be honest. So the first heat on track in lane 6, you have Amal Glasgow in 3, Tajay Parker in 3. Rochelle Clayton being interviewed, running the flat 4 and more known for the 400 meters hurdles. As we are awaiting the start for the 400 meters. 400 meters, just 2 competitors. We had on our list 4, so maybe 2 did not face the starter. So a lot of action on the track here at the Ashenheim Stadium on the grounds of Jamaica College from earlier this afternoon, with the juniors taking center stage in respective events. 800 meters, Roshana Dwyer of Edwin Allen, she took the top spot. Not necessarily a great time though, but tactical. Normally going out in front, but she was passed by the Port Antonio athlete, Giddings. But she just allowed her to go ahead and bided her time. So they're going to make some adjustments, I think, with only 2 competitors in Section 1. I think they may combine Section 1 and 2 because some more athletes are coming on the track. Rasheen McDonald is coming on the track. National record holder, he's in lane 5. So I think they're combining Sections 1 and 2 for this 400 meters. So 3 and 6 was there. So in lane 1, you had Calverton Reed. 2, Rakesh Buckridge. And 3 looks to be Tajay Parker was section 1. And Amal Glasgow 6. So a little bit confusion happening here. In 5, you have Rasheen MacDonald. In 6 should be Glasgow from Kingston College. And in lane 7, Francois Gordon. So the officials having a discussion, not allowing 2 persons to run the heat. So the combination of section 1 and 2. Hopefully we can get some official word on combining both sections. So they've combined 1 and 2. As we get ready for this heat, though, so as it looks to me like Amal Glasgow is in 6 and Elaine 3. So 1 and 2 combined. Glasgow from Kingston College doing extremely well with about 200 meters to go. Glasgow going well. So Rasheen MacDonald is on his heels. That's the top 2 at the present time. So going into the home stretch is Glasgow. On the inside is Rasheen MacDonald, the national record holder. Rasheen MacDonald onto now the shoulder of Glasgow and goes away from Glasgow. It's Rasheen MacDonald cruising along and will take this section. The men's 400 meters, top of the clock at 47.04 seconds. Glasgow is second and finishing in third. It looks like Calvinton Reid is there. MacDonald 47.08 seconds. Glasgow is second, 47.75 seconds. And Reid is third, 49.37 seconds. Parker is fourth, 50.91 seconds. So combination of lanes on section 1 and section 2 for the 400 meters. Coming through is the national record holder, Rasheen MacDonald, taking the top spot in that event. So it was a little bit confusing at one point. The officials took some time to get it right. They did not want, only 2 competitors showed up in section 1, lanes 3 and 6. That was Parker and Glasgow. So with about 4 in section 2, they just put them in their respective lanes, and it worked out well for them. So coming up in section 3 of 5, Edwards unattached in 1. Rees unattached is in lane 2. Lane 3 should be Taj Leon Wisdom, whoever is missing in action. In 4, Damar Murray from Sprint Tech. In 5, OJ Jackson from GC Foster College. Akeem Henry, Legacy Athletic in 6. Roy Miller, GC Foster College in 7. And Glamore Biggs, unattached, is in lane 8. He's wearing a neon color as we look at the athletes. So missing in action should be in lane 3. Wisdom. So in this event, you have to look in lane 4. Demar Murray, who may start as a favorite though. No lane 5. In 5 also missing in action, OJ Jackson from GC Foster College. So 6 facing the starter in the men's 400 meters. This is section 3 of 5. Edwards unattached in 1. Rees unattached in 2. In 4, you have Murray. In 6, Henry from Legacy Athletic. In 7, Miller from GC Foster College. And in 8, you have Biggs is unattached. So Biggs in lane 8 not using the blocks though. So lane 8 Biggs not using the blocks at all. So the starter telling Biggs to go into his blocks. Or is he comfortable? He was just standing there while all the athletes went into their respective blocks. Maybe he doesn't know that the blocks are to be used. But no, he has figured it out. So Biggs now goes into his blocks. Doesn't look comfortable in the blocks though, but let's see if he'll come out of the blocks okay in lane 8. So again, 6 fish in the starter. Gordon has sent them away, looking good. Looks to be Miller of GC Foster College. Was gone by Biggs. Also is Henry of Legacy Athletic. Biggs seemed like he's running into slow motion though, but let's see how he'll finish this 400 meters. But going back to the top of the pack, looks to be Miller of GC Foster College. On the inside is Henry. That's the top 3. Also moving well is Demar Murray. We spoke about Demar Murray earlier on. He represents Sprint Tech. He had a time of 48.20 seconds. Murray pouncing well, pouncing and passing Henry of Legacy Athletic. Now onto the shoulder of Miller from GC Foster College. Now the young man from Sprint Tech, Demar Murray, having a gigantic lead on the front stretch. On the inside, Edwards unattached, who is in that second position. But Demar Murray, the favorite to take this section, will take it and stops the clock at 47.90 seconds. In second is Edwards, and in third looks to be Miller. That's the top 3, 47.94 seconds for Murray. Edwards is second, 49.80, and here comes Biggs. And here comes the man Biggs over the line. And congratulations to Biggs. He finishes the event at the top, at the back of the pack. Henry 52.18 seconds. Reyes 52.34. Biggs' time is 1 minute 00.06 seconds in 6th position. Murray's time 47.94 in the top position. This in section 3. The penultimate heat, or the men's 400 meters, comes up. Tyrese Taylor, unattached, is in 1. There are no athletes in 2, 3, and 4. In 5, you have Keenan Burrell from Racers Track Club. In 6, Jaheim Holloway is unattached. Ruel Campbell from Excelsior High School in 7, and Adrian Tuller, MVP, is in lane 8. You have to look on Tyrese Taylor at the high school level. Was more of a 800 meters athlete, ran 148 in the high school before switching for going to senior level. So the 400 meters off on the way. Burrell of Racers Track Club looks well, going well on the inside. Tyrese Taylor, that's the top 2. The man from Excelsior High School, Campbell, way out there with 200 meters to go. Burrell, based on the stagger, having a slight advantage. Tyrese Taylor is in second, but the man Keenan Burrell, who is in lane 5, will come around in the top position. Tyrese Taylor now in lane 1, trying to make an effort, but the man Keenan Burrell with about a 5-meter lead. But here comes Tyrese Taylor on the inside, but Burrell looks on his left and says, "You're not going to catch me today." He moves away from Tyrese Taylor, 46.62 seconds. That's the time for Keenan Burrell. And in second, Holloway, and in third should be Tyrese Taylor. 46.63 seconds for Burrell. Holloway is second, 48.09 seconds, and Tyrese Taylor third, 48.49 seconds. Top 3 in the penultimate section, section 4 of 5 in the men's 400 meters. 46.63, Burrell, Holloway, 48 seconds on the clock, and Taylor 48.49, 48.09 for Holloway. Tyrese Taylor looking flat. So we'll tell in terms of who have qualified for the 100 meters officially. It has come out, so we'll give it that in a very short while as we get ready for the 5th and final 400 meters. As we look to see the competitors, Rashid Dwyer is labeled to be in lane 1. There's no Dwyer though. Terry Thomas of Racers Track Club is in 2. went to Greater Portmore. Gregory Prince of St. Jago High School. Should have been in 3 though, but no Gregory Prince. Zandrian Barnes from GC Foster College should be in 4. So no Zandrian Barnes also. So no Zandrian Barnes, no Gregory Prince. As we look in lane 5, Anthony Cox from Racers and Akani Slater from Sprintech in 6. Blaine Buckle unattached in 7, and Boville McPherson from Racers Track Club is in lane 8. So the final section coming up. As we give you the finalist a short while for the 100 meters. Who made the final in the 100 meters? Tell you that right after this race on the women's side, the official printout has been released. The final section in the men's 400 meters. Thomas in 2. In 5, you have Cox. 6 Slater, 7 Buckle, and in 8, McPherson. Bobble McPherson in lane 8 on the inside is Blaine Buckle unattached. On the inside of Buckle in Slater in lane 6, and Cox of Racers in lane 5. Cox looks like he means business on the day. As Cox is blowing on and going away from everyone. On the inside of Cox is Terry Thomas. That's the top 2. But Anthony Cox with about a gigantic lead. I was going to give you the reading, but it doesn't make any sense. He's off the chart. So Anthony Cox now carries the field in the home stretch. He has a gigantic lead on the inside. Look, Terry Thomas slipping into that second position, both from Racers. But Anthony Cox with about 50 meters to go. Here comes the man on the inside, Terry Thomas. But Anthony Cox powers home and goes across the line. 46.27 seconds for Anthony Cox. 46.27 is the flash time. The official time is 46.31 for Anthony Cox. In second, Terry Thomas, also of Racers, 47.35 seconds for Terry Thomas. And in third, it was close, but 46.31, 47.35. And that's the top 2. Cox from Racers. Terry Thomas from Racers, 46.31, 47.35 seconds. Third, McPherson, Bobble McPherson, 47.88 seconds. We told you before, though, before we go to another break in terms of the qualifiers for the women's 100 meters final, Briana Williams, 10.91 seconds. That was her qualifying time. A wind 3.4 positive. Shamira Williams from Elite Performance, 11.12 seconds, 2.4 wind. Remona Burchell, Sprintech, 2.4. Shockoria Wallance of MVP. You have Kashika Cameron of MVP. She had a time of 11.23 seconds. Dominique Clark, 6th overall, unattached, 11.27 seconds. You have Shashalee Forbes from Sprintech qualifying in 7th position. Not the greatest time at all, but Shashalee Forbes' time, 11.32. And also qualifying was Brandy Hall, unattached, from Edwin Allen, 11.39 seconds. Although her final year of Edwin Allen, but still having Edwin Allen still doing her exams. So for Brandy Hall. So the next event on track. The 800 meters, the next event on track. We have here a full field, but we don't see 8 competitors on the track. We see just 4 competitors present time. Craig Johnson is in 1. Richard Thompson. He ran earlier on the 400 hurdles. And is Blake. Javon Blake is going to face a starter. Will he be running over 800 meters? Yes, I think he will be included. So 3 of the Jamaica College athletes will be added to the 800 meters. And many may say, as these athletes here, because I see in lane 1, Craig Johnson. In 3, Shevani Hall. Shevani Hall, it's good to see Shevani Hall back on the local soil. In fact, Shevani Hall has the record at champs, and now it's 2 persons having that record because Javon Blake tied that record at champs. So this is going to be interesting though. Shevani Hall, formerly of Edwin Allen, is in 3. In 5, you have Handel Roban. In 6, well, Tyrese Taylor just ran a short while ago. Jovan Blake is in lane 8. So this is going to be an interesting one. Being joined by 3 Jamaica College athletes. In lane 5, so Jovan Blake now preparing for the World Under-20 Championships. Took an exam last week, or this week. He posted it on Facebook. So this is interesting though for the 800 meters. So Shevani Hall goes in front. So he goes to the front of the pack. Shevani Hall means business. So Hall. So Jamaica College Bygrave is there. Handel Roban is also there. And Blake is also there. So Javani Hall is also there. Javani Blake is settled into that 3rd position though. So Javani Hall just bouncing well. Handel Roban is in 2nd position. And then Roban now onto the shoulders of Javani Hall. Javon Blake. And I can't believe what happened a while ago. But anyways, go back to the track though. Javani Hall is there. Handel Roban is in 2nd. Jovan Blake is in 3rd. Blake now makes his move on the back stretch. Blake now on to the shoulder with Roban. He goes by Roban now, takes on Javani Hall. So Jovan Blake now makes a kick with about 200 meters to go. Javani Hall has dropped back into that 3rd position. Hall is in 3rd. 2nd, Roban. And the man at the top, Jovan Blake from Jamaica College, is in front with about 80 meters to go. He goes away from Roban, but Roban not allowing him to go too far. But it's Blake and Roban goes toward the line. But Roban is 2nd. But Jovan Blake, 1:48.82 seconds. This for Jovan Blake, 1:48.82. That's the flash time for Jovan Blake. And Roban is 2nd. Hall should be 3rd. Bygrave should be 4th. 1:48.82 seconds. So in the meantime, though, there's no official time on the board just yet. But Roban was 2nd. Jovan Blake was 1st. Shevani Hall back on track. But I'm just awaiting the time on the board. An official actually walked across the track when the athletes were coming around for the 2nd lap. What was that all about? The track is live. That should have never happened. Never. So no time on the board. No time on the board for that 800 meters. But that was exciting though. Jovan Blake. He's still a junior though. He was 19 in January. His time 1:48.82 seconds for Jovan Blake. No on the board. 1:48.82. Robin's time 1:49.31 in second. And in third, we'll tell you in a short while, but Blake's time 1:48.82 seconds. Handel Roban 1:49.31. And in third, I thought though that Hall may have gotten third, but maybe I could be wrong. But Blake won it over Roban 1:48.82 seconds. Roban second 1:49.31. For the 800 meters, the next event on track, men's 110 meters hurdles, and then the 200 meters. But 1:48.82 seconds for Blake. Robin's time 1:49.32 seconds. We take a break from the Ashenheim Stadium.
Water. Why wait, hydrate, add flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Water. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More advertisers are becoming satisfied building their brand online. Trackalerts.com, we know it, from start to finish. Find Track Alerts TV on YouTube or Track Alerts on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Contact us today at info@trackalerts.com.
Hi, my name is Shelly-Ann Fraser, Olympic and World Champion. For your latest track and field news, log on to trackalerts.com. Trackalerts.com from start to finish.
Add flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Water. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
So it's the men's 110 meters hurdles. Combined sections 1 and 2. Neil Matthews Sutherland in lane 2. Orlando Bennett. Neil Matthews Sutherland in 1, pardon me. Orlando Bennett in 2. Peters Gill in 3. Chisholm in 4. And in 5. Stern. 6. Mason and Russell in 7 and 8. Athletes and sent them away. Oh, stopping in lane 4. Orlando Bennett got up well. Now in lane 2 is Orlando Bennett. It's Orlando Bennett leading. And it's going to be Orlando Bennett on the outside of Joe Russell. So the Joe Russell on the outside. Orlando Bennett on the inside. 13.43 seconds. 13.43 for Orlando Bennett. I think may have gotten it ahead of the Joe Russell. That is the flash time. 13.43. So Russell was on the outside though, but I think that Orlando Bennett got it though. But to be honest, they both went on the line. And the Joe Russell was on the outside. Orlando Bennett in lane 2. So it's a combined section 1 and 2. Positive 1.3. No time on the board just yet. No time on the board just yet. But Orlando Bennett and Joe Russell went right on the line. Blanket finish. That close. The official results not posted on the board. So still awaiting the results for this event. But I was getting some information though. The 100 meters finals on the women's side is coming up next. The next event on the track after the 110 meters hurdles have been completed. So Orlando Bennett, yes, he won 13.47 seconds for Orlando Bennett. Well, Russell 30.45. And Orlando Bennett 13.47. So Russell competing in lane 8 actually took the top spot, 30.45 ahead of Orlando Bennett, 13.47 seconds in second. Both went on the line, a blanket finish, I told you before. And Tyler Mason in third, 13.55 seconds. So the top 3 in the men's 110 meters hurdles. So Russell, there's Joe Russell, looking good, 13.45 seconds. 13.45 seconds, pardon me. Stern was there, 14.08 seconds from Jamaica College. So Russell, Bennett and Mason first, second and third in the men's 110 meters hurdles. So the next event on track is the women's 100 meters. We'll give the lane assignments as we get them. So Briana Williams has been placed in 4. Next 2 minutes, the women's 100 meters will get off and running. Remona Burchell is in 3. That's what we can see from now. Okay, so I'm going. We're going to be joined by the beautiful Ali McNaughton. Ali, you have some to tell me?
Hi, Sean. Just coming back from Prefontaine Classics. And we know the 100 meters is coming. We have Briana Williams. And we expect some great performances from our athletes who are preparing for the World Championships. But you can see them at the Oregon, in the stands at the Oregon World Championships in July. Join the Jamaica Sports Tour to see and support Team Jamaica, give Olive McNaughton, the sports realtor, a call at 876-344-8000. That's 876-344-8000. Or check out our IG, the sports realtor, JM. You know, we're expecting an exciting 100 meters coming up. But join Jamaica Sports in the stands for the Oregon World Championship Tour. Give the Sports Realtor a call at 876-344-8000 or IG, the Sports Realtor JM. That's 876-344-8000.
Women's 100 meters, athletes in their blocks. In 2, Kashika Cameron. 3, Remona Burchell. 4, Briana Williams. Shamira Williams in 5. Shockoria Wallance in 6. Gunn has sent them away in the dry phase. Briana Williams gets up well on the inside. Kashika Cameron, but Briana Williams moving away. But Briana Williams from Remona Burchell and Shockoria Wallance. And it looks like Shockoria Wallance on the outside takes second, but Briana Williams taking the top spot. 10.97 seconds for Briana Williams. And we're waiting the wind reading. 10.97 seconds for Briana Williams. Shockoria Wallance was on the outside though, and we don't know, but it was close for second. Shockoria Wallance copped second, 11.08 seconds for Shockoria Wallance. And Shamira Williams was third, 11.13 seconds. So it should be a personal best for Shockoria Wallance. 10.97 seconds. So Shamira Williams a personal best, 11.13. Burchell is fourth, 11.19 seconds. Williams 10.97. Wallace is there. What an event that was. 10.97, 11.08 seconds. Williams there, 11.13.
So too, Shamira Williams. Burchell has been consistent all season.
Burchell fourth, 11.19. Cameron fifth, 11.23 seconds. What an event that was. Now it's time for the men. The men's 100 meters. So it's a B final of the 100 meters. Briana Williams winning the women's 100 meters a short while ago. Now time for the men. It's a B final. In 1, you have Lee. 2, Tucker. 3, Wright. 4, McPherson. White. Compton, Foster, and Williams. So Javoy Tucker in 2. Jaden Wright is in 3. McPherson in 4. Javon White is in 5. And Compton. Foster is in 7. And Wazeem Williams is in lane 8. So this is the B final though. The women's only having just one final. For the men, you have the B final and the A final. Then after the finals have been completed for the 100 meters, time for the 2. A lot of heats on the track. So after the 100 meters, the meet is not done You have a lot more action on the track at the Ashenheim Stadium. Briana Williams going under 11 seconds twice. Illegal with a positive 3 wind. And then a legal wind. Haven't got the wind reading just yet for that final in the women's 100 meters. But I think it's legal. And all three, well, I should say season's best, but personal best for Shockoria Wallance in second. Shamira Williams finishing third, also posting a personal best. So the B final on the cards. Lee, Tucker, Wright, McPherson in 4, White in 6, Compton in 7, or in 6, pardon me, Foster in 7, and Williams in lane 8. In the set position, God has set the way. Good start is from Tucker on lane 2. Also moving well in lane 4. Looks to be McPherson, but it's going to be McPherson and Tucker. It's going to be McPherson who looks across on White. It's McPherson taking the top spot ahead of White in second. And that's the top 2. I have it in my vantage point. McPherson taking the top spot ahead of White in second. Not on the board just as yet for confirmation. So it's taking its time though, the board. So, and the clock is just resetting. Hopefully it's okay. Let's hope it's calibrated properly. But McPherson, for me, took the B final in the men's 100 meters. And on his outside was White. But it will be on the board, on the clock very soon, as the A final will be coming up on the men's side. So no results on the board just yet, no times on the board just yet. This is, that was the B final. McPherson ahead of White, that's how high I had it. As they're now putting up the lane assignments for the A final. Watson, Barneswell, Murphy. So the A final coming up, waiting for the lane assignments. So what we have for the men's 100 meters, let me give you the lane assignments in a very short while. So this is the A final for the men's 100 meters. We just had the B final. So Kemar Bailey Cole, who was scheduled to be in lane 4, is missing in action. So lane 4 is out. So 7 facing the starter: Watson, Barneswell, Murphy, Campbell, Goldson, Salmon, and Brown. Athletes on their marks. And the gun has set them away. Great start this from Campbell on the inside. Also going well is Murphy. And coming through now, Jazeel Murphy takes the top spot. 10.22 seconds for Jazeel Murphy. And it looks like Golson finishing second. 10.22 seconds is the flash time. 10.24 seconds for Jazeel Murphy. And in my vision, I thought Golson placed second and Campbell third. But 10.24 Golson is second, 10.26 seconds, and Campbell third, 10.28. So that's the placings on the men's 100 meters. 10.24 for Jazeel Murphy taking the top spot. Cajun Golson second. And in third was Campbell. Michael Campbell, 10.28. Cajun Golson, 10.26. And Jazeel Murphy taking the top spot in the men's 100 meters. We take a break from the Ashenheim Stadium.
Water. By weight, hydrate, add flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More advertisers are becoming satisfied building their brand online. Trackalerts.com, we know it, from start to finish. Find Track Alerts TV on YouTube or Track Alerts on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Contact us today at info@trackalerts.com.
Atta Bolden and Briana Williams walking on the infield as Atta Bolden had to come across. So after she received her check a short while ago of $90,000 for winning the women's 100 meters, she was having a word. He came across the one and just I didn't usher her back to that section, and they're having a conversation going across. Atta Bolden arrived in the island yesterday, and Briana Williams just coming to compete in front of her country and showing what she's doing, though. A lot of questions were raised after her performance at the Prefontaine meet in Oregon. Wasn't a great performance at all. And her coach, Atta, said, don't worry about it. He has everything under control. So from what we saw this afternoon, winding down to the national championships next 20 days or so, she's right on path. Going under 11 seconds twice, one illegal, the first in the qualifying for the final. The other standing strong, a legal wind. The 200 meters for men is the next event I have on my schedule, not for women. The women close out the SDF Jubilee Series under the J3's umbrella. As on the infield, we saw the president of the J3's earlier on, Mr. Garth Gale, having a word with the president of ISA, Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, Keith Wellington. The vice president of the J3's is also there, Mr. Ian Forbes, on the infield, with others on the infield. So I guess Coach Bolden is happy with her performance. Maybe not. He's been low-key for the last couple of days. But we are happy with her performance, though. And we're happy to see her back on track from what she displayed a few days ago, a week ago. And she has had a long season because she competed in the World Indoors and on the indoor circuit. So the next event on track is the 200 meters. You have Shamara Yuta in lane 1. Ruana Wright in lane 2, Horace Henry in lane 3. In 4, you have Graham from Racers Track Club, Cole Graham. In 5, Teja Parker. In 6, he has Nathan Eubanks. In 7, Shamar Horatio. And in lane 8, Miguel Charlie. So it's jam-packed over by that section, though, to be honest. So it's difficult to see. Not like when you're at the stadium, you're way up to looking down. You're almost at the same level with the athletes. With so many persons on the infield, it's difficult to see the athletes coming around. You won't see them good when they come around the bend. So let's see what we'll make of it. But what we have on paper, Utah unattached in 1, Wright. All athletes unattached, except for Graham of Racers, who is in 4, and Ebanks of MVP in lane 6. Charlie in 8, Horatio in 7, Parker in 5, Henry is in 4, Wright in 2, and Utah in 1. We've had a thrill here this afternoon, especially with Briana Williams. Shamira Williams running a personal best, 11-1. Shockoria Wallace, as we gave the story earlier on, coming into track at the field when she was 23, 24, 25. She's about 27 now. And doing well, running a personal best, 11:07. She's with the MVP camp. And she improved a lot last year. And if she picked up from where she left off, anything is expected from this young lady. So they're testing the starting equipment by the 200 meters. Here at the Ashenheim Stadium, on the grounds of Jamaica College, alongside Old Hope Road. 6 sections in the men's 200 meters. And in the close-off proceedings, 2 sections on the women's side. We have Briana Williams running 200 meters in the final heat, alongside McKay Harriet, Kalisha Dallas, Remona Burchell, and Samantha Curtis. So the women are closing out the meets, as you have seen, because they're the highlights the last couple of years since the departure of Usain Bolt in sprinting. The women has held their own. So there's a hold up again over by the 200 meters. Was scheduled to finish at 7 o'clock this evening. Had been some glitches here and there, and I'm not beating the J3s because this was not where they actually planned the meet in the first place. But it worked out and they're doing the best that they can do. The athletes are on their marks. Men in the set position. Utah Wright, Henry, Graham Parker, Ibanks, Horatio, and Charlie. That is 8 in this event, cruising around. It looks like Utah from Kingston College. He's in lane 1, comes around the bend in the top position. He has had some injury problem this year, but Utah is sprinting away from the rest of the field. It's Utah from Kingston College. Stops the clock at 20.96 seconds. It's a personal best for Utah from Kingston College. 20.96 is the flash time. He was more known for the 400-meter hurdles, 21.01 or 01 seconds. He thought he went under 21 seconds, but nevertheless, great running from lane 1. Shamar Utah from Kingston College, 21.01 seconds in the top position, section 1 of 6 in the men's 200 meters. Charlie, 21.64 seconds in second. Banks, 21.66 is in third. Nathan Banks, who was in lane 6, finishing in third. And Charlie, who was in lane 8, finishing in second position. His time is 21.64 seconds. Getting ready for the second section. Kashim Green from MVP is in 1. In 2, you have Biggs unattached. In 3, Kyle Witter. In 4, you have Rakesh Buckeridge from Speeders. In 5, Akeen Henry from Legacy. In 6, Atlanta Houston from Ebony. And in 7, Tevin Allen, MVP. And in lane 8, you have Gordon from Ebony. And Gordon from Ebony looks well. And coming around the bend, we tell you the top spot. So in lane 1, it's a Green from MVP who has the lead and holding the top position in section 2. It is Green from MVP who goes across the line. 22.89 seconds for Green. And finishing in second looks to be Henry from Legacy Athletic. But 22.96 seconds the official time for Green. Buckeridge in second, 23.40. And Allen in third, 24.02. Buckeridge was in lane 4. Biggs finishing in 4th position. So section 3 coming up. Ramal Sewell from MVP is in 1. Jordan James unattached is in 2. Ordain Somerville MVP is in lane 3. In 4, Devontae Haywood unattached. In 5, you have Ryan Weber from Excelsior High School. In 6, Waylon Williams unattached. In 7, Antoine Green from St. Catherine. And in 8, you have Calverton Reed in that event. So this is section 3. For we see Green from St. Catherine in lane 7 is there, testing his blocks. And in lane 8, Calverton Reed is also there. A vantage point. Is a third of 6 sections, the men's 200 meters. So it's still sizzling from the 100 meters performances by Briana Williams, going under 11 seconds, 10.9 to win the 100 meters earlier this afternoon or this evening. Athletes going into their respective blocks for section 3. Don't see Williams unattached in 6. And the gun has sent them away. We see Weber from Excelsior gets out well inside of Weber is Devontae Haywood. And moving around the bend over in lane 7 is Green. But cruising around in lane 2 is James unattached. James moving away from the rest of the field. It is going to be James. Devontae Haywood is second. But it's James and Haywood goes across the line. But on the outside is Calverton Reed. It was between Calverton Reed and Devontae Haywood for second. But James 21.61 seconds. Calverton Reed finishes in second, 21.85 seconds. Haywood is in third, 21.94 seconds. Top 3 in section 3 of 6, the men's 200 meters. So Leah Powell unattached is in 1. We're talking about section 4 of 6. Kamal Green from Elite Performance with a time of 21.62 seconds is in 2. Paul Henry from Cameron Blazers is in 3 at a time of 21.67. Well, Green's time is 21.82, not 62 as I said before. Sage Primus of GC Foster College is in 4. 21.51 seconds. Rashid Foster is in 5 from Cameron Blazers, 21.54. You have Rohan Watson unattached. He's in 6, 21.69. DeAndre McIntosh unattached, 22.00 seconds. And Courtney Missick from Titans in 8, 22.06. So this is section 4 of 6. Men's 200 meters. So 5 races to close out the 4th staging of the J3's SDF Jubilee Series. They only had 4 on the calendar, but there are some talks though that maybe the J3's may implement 1 more before the National Senior and Junior Track and Field Championships. Athletes on their marks. Powell, Green, Henry, Primus, Foster, Watson, McIntosh, and Missick. In the set position, oh, we see someone falling over in the blocks. So I don't think it was a recall. Don't think anyone will get the red card though. So this is section 4 in the men's 200 meters. As we saw, green card being shown to the field, as we stated earlier on. Athlete just falling over in his blocks at the start of this heat. The 200 meters to close out the proceedings at the Ashenheim Stadium. The women's 200 meters. So 6 for the men. This is the 4th. After this will be the penultimate. Athletes on their marks. In the set position, Gunn has sent them away. Great start it was from in lane 6. Looks to be Watson. Watson gets out well on the inside of Watson. Looks to be Foster from Cameron Blazers. Cruising around in lane 4. Looks to be Primus. Primus doing well on the inside though. On the outside of Primus, look in lane 7. It is McIntosh. McIntosh takes the top spot. 21.17 seconds for McIntosh from Jamaica College. 21.17 for McIntosh. 21.16 is the official time for McIntosh taking section 4 of the men's 200 meters. That's close for second though. 21.56 seconds for Foster. Missick is third. 21.73 seconds. Top 3 in the men's 200 meter. This is section 4 of 6 as we get ready for the penultimate heat. Davian Clark of Cameron Blazers should be in lane 1. He has a time of 21.42 seconds. Usain Williams from Elite Performance is in 2, 21.36. You had Darian Skerritt from Titans is in 3, 21.19. Dane McPherson from GC Foster College is in 4, 21.07. Jaheim Holloway, unattached, is in 5, 21.19 seconds. Mazina Barrett from UWI Mona is in 6, with a time of 21.31. And Javel Wright, unattached, he is in 7, 21.36. And Kevin Stone from Racers Track Club with a time of 21.50 seconds is in lane 8. It's maybe a small field though from my vantage point. Zena Barrett from UWI Mona is in 6. Being asked to go into his respective blocks. So Rashid Foster in lane 5 is missing in action. Missick. So Holloway, pardon me, is missing in action. So Mazina Barrett is in 6. No one in lane 7. After he stands center away though in lane 8, looks like Kevin Stone. Kevin Stone trying to carry the field in the home stretch. On the inside, it looks like in lane 3. It looks to me like is Scarrett. Scarrett moving well on the outside of Scarrett is McPherson. But McPherson looks left and right. It's going to be O'Dane McPherson taking the top spot. It's O'Dane McPherson. The stop does not clock. The clock does not stop, pardon me. I don't think the stop can clock. But the clock does not stop. 21.18 seconds for O'Dane McPherson. Stone is in second. 21.30 seconds for Stone, who was in lane 8. And McPherson was in lane number 4. McPherson 21.18, Stone 21.30, and Barrett finishes in third, 21.44. Mazina Barrett of UW-Mona was in lane 6. So the final heat on the men's side, the final event on the men's side, this day 3 is STF Jubilee Series coming up. 2 more races after this to close out the proceedings on this Saturday evening. And the final heat will showcase Javon White from GC Foster College is in 1, has a time of 20.96 seconds. Kadron Goldson, also of GC Foster College, in 2, 20.74. Miguel Francis of Racers Track Club, seen him once this season, 20.66 seconds. He is an exciting runner, though. He tends to cut it down with about 40 meters to go. Zanel Hughes, who have not seen in the 100 meters, though expected to see in the 2. Racers Track Club, 20.29. Brand level unattached is there. Rashid Dwyer, Sprint Tech. You have Andel Miller from Eagles and Rickon Graham from Woolmers. Oh, looks like in lane 6 as a recall, though Rashid Dwyer came out of the blocks before the gun was fired. So don't know if he said he couldn't hear it because of the microphone on the PA system. So 6, 7, 8. Rashid Dwyer, Andel Miller, Rickon Graham. Brand level should have been in lane 5. He's missing in action. So he complained that the PA system was in his ear, so he couldn't actually hear properly. So the officials are meeting with the starter. So we don't know what card will be coming out. Will it be green? Will it be red? From what we saw from our vantage point, Rashid Dwyer says that he could not hear. I'm assuming at the same time the PA system was being utilized. So the official now walking across the lane, lane 6, and red. He's out. Rashid Dwyer is out after complaining that he could not hear. So Dwyer is out. So he was complaining that he could not hear. So Dwyer is out. Andel Miller in 7, Rickon Graham, Wilmers in lane 8. He's not happy. He's not a happy camper at the present time. Has not left the track as yet. But he walks away and stopped. So we don't know, though, what will happen. As we go back to the track, though, Miguel Francis, Kadron Golson, White. I expect Zanon Hughes to be in. Is he going back in the field, though? He wants to run, but he's pointing to his ears to say that I did not hear properly. 3, 4, and 5. So still Rashid Dwyer is there, so they'll make him run. They're going to make him run. So in 3, so it'll be Miguel Francis, but that's not Miguel Francis at all. In the meantime, in the set position, Gunn has set them away. And Rashid Dwyer gets out well on the inside or the outside of Dwyer is Andel Miller. Andel Miller and Rashid Dwyer, that's the top 2 in the prayer. So it's a Gregory Prince from San Diego in lane 3. So it is Rashid Dwyer having a slight advantage going through. It's Rashid Dwyer and Golds is there. Rashid Dwyer goes and Gregory Prince. That's the 3. Gregory Prince was not listed in the race. However, he was put in the race at last minute. Rashid Dwyer takes the top spot ahead of Kadrian Gosa, who was second from GC Foster College. And in third was Gregory Prince of St. Jago. 20.69 seconds for Rashid Dwyer in that top position. And should it be Kadrian Golson for second. No time on the board. No Golson's time come. 20.83. And they have Francis. That's not Francis, actually. That was Gregory Prince. Although they have Francis on the board, who was supposed to be in that lane, that was not Francis. That was Gregory Prince competing in that lane, finishing in third. And so Gregory Prince of St. Jago finishing in third position. Although you will see Francis on the board, Francis did not compete at all. So that is it in terms of the 200 meters on for the men's side. So the women are next. Women's 200 meters. And this is the first of 2 sections, though. And I think the Remona Burchell, though. So looking on, is that Hyde, though, cruising through in lane 3? Shine Hyde. Shine Hyde. Oh, it's a Shine Hyde in lane 3 on the outside. And Jodean Williams. It's going to be Jodean Williams, I think, though. 23.71 seconds. 23.71 seconds for Jodean Williams, 23.75 for Jodean Williams. And in lane 3, Hyde, 23.88 seconds. And Matthews third, 24.80. There was some talk about combining both heats, so I was a bit confused, though. But Briana Williams is listed to take part in the second section, but I don't see that happening at all. She's in her sweats, just walking across. So I don't think she's running across to the 200-meter start to compete. So she's done for the evening. So Briana Williams is out of the second heat. And this is the final event of the cards. The final race. Women's 200 meters, section 2. Curtis of racers in 1. Dallas, Kadisha Dallas in 2, unattached. In 3, Remona Burchell. In 5, Shashalee Forbes of Sprintec. In 6, you have Leonie Smith from Vision. In 7, McKay Harriott. And in 8, you have Chanel Dawson. So lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. 5 and 6 missing in action. So the gun has sent them off. Way on the outside, it looks to be Dawson. Unattached also there. Harriott from GC Foster College. Should be in lane 7. Yes, she is. Harriott is in lane 7. But in lane 2 is Dallas. Kadisha Dallas having a major advantage. High knee lifts going towards the line. Kadisha Dallas on the outside is Harriott. It may be between Harriott and Dallas. So Harriott on the outside, competing in lane 7, 24.75 seconds. And Kadisha Dallas on the inside was close between the two athletes, says Dawson 24.74. That's not Dawson. Dawson should have been in lane 8. That was McKay Harriott of GC Foster College. So I think they have it wrong though. It should have been McKay Harriott, not Dawson. Dawson unattached should have been in lane 8. McKay Harriott was in lane 7. So that's what we saw, what we witnessed. So hopefully they'll make a change on the board. But that was a GC Foster College athlete in lane 7 winning that event. Dawson should have been in lane 8. So as we await the official result of the final race, that Dawson, they say Michelle Harriott did not start. Well, that's not what we saw though, but let me not contest it. As they have gone to the men's 200 meters final, they're going through all of the results here. But we have to big up everyone who was a part of our broadcast here at the J3S STF Jubilee Series. We witnessed a lot of events from the junior. We taped some race from the junior side of things and carried or streamed the senior live from the Ashenheim Stadium at Jamaica College. We showcased the 100 meters, the 200 meters a short while ago, the 4 hurdles, and the 400 meters. The long jump happened, the shot put happened on the infield. And indeed, it was a pleasure to bring you. So on behalf of all of the technical team, Anthony Foster and his team, and myself, Sean Grant, we'll be back. Track of the field is not over just yet on the local soil. Track Alert will be right there in the mix to bring you coverage, non-stop action from any event in the island. But until then, we'll send it back to the studios.
Water. By weight, hydrate, add flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More advertisers are becoming satisfied building their brand online. Trackalerts.com, we know it, from start to finish. Find Track Alerts TV on YouTube or Track Alerts on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Contact us today at info@trackalerts.com.
By weight, hydrate, add flavor with a touch of grape, give it a taste. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape.
Hi, my name is Shelly-Ann Fraser, Olympic and World Champion. For your latest track and field news, log on to trackalerts.com. Trackalerts.com from start to finish. Hi, my name is Shelly-Ann Fraser, Olympic and World Champion. For your latest track and field news, log on to